What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. If you're hopping on this or watching it later, ultimately I always appreciate it. Just finished our workout, week 3, day number 2. Last week we were doing good until we went on our camping trip. A little bit of a failed preparation. Failure to plan is a plan to fail, and that's kind of what happened. We did make up a couple of the workouts, but ultimately we're just picking right back up. So we're getting after it. But that's not the point of this. The point of it is, like I said in the title, it's never going to be the right time, and I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. And what I mean by that is, you're going to have there's going to be many times in your life where you're going to have that feeling that you want to do something different, or you want to go somewhere, or just something that seems out of the ordinary, that's kind of going to be like a gut reaction, or just seems like it's coming out of the blue. And a lot of the times, and this is something that happened to Amy and I, and we see it a lot, is I'm going to wait for the right time for that. I'm going to wait until it's the right time for that, right? Does that sound familiar to anybody? I'm sure it does. That happened to us with deciding to leave active duty Army. Before, when it came up in conversation, I immediately would, just dismiss it, because I never even entertained the thought of doing something different, because I didn't know any different. I graduated high school and went into a technical school for automotive. That's when I joined the Army. And I just really didn't have any plans. I didn't know what I was going to do. But, a couple of years ago, when Amy and I were in a car ride heading up to a marriage retreat, we were listening to one of Chalene Johnson's audio programs. And it was talking about going after your dreams. And we hear it all the time. Chase your dreams. Go after your dreams. Fulfill your dreams. Go after your goals, right? And it seems so fluffy, right? You're listening to these people say, go after your goals, and you're like, well, how can I ever do that? I'm just little old me. I'm little old Paul Evans from, Delaware. I'm not meant to do anything bigger than just exist. Go through the system, work like a dog till I'm 60 or something, and maybe be able to live off my retirement, right? So we were listening to that, and we just kind of looked at each other, and we said, I think it's time for us to, think about leaving active duty Army. We enjoyed being in, and don't get me wrong, I loved every bit of it, but I wanted something different. I was coming to a point where it really, is not fulfilling me in what I wanted to do with my life. So we started planning. I think that was a couple years before we got out, but that was the thing. We made the decision. We said, we're going to plan to get out of the Army. We're going to plan to separate and live our life on how we want to do it. Was it the right time? Not really, but it happened. We were listening to something and it clicked, right? You're going to have those moments, and it's just going to kind of click. It's going to be there. But don't put them off. Damn, I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. Don't dismiss opportunities just because you're scared. Trust me, we were scared shitless. Still kind of scared that we're out of active duty Army. That was a big comfort cushion for us, but it's given us everything. One of the reasons today, we had our son's doctor's appointment, and after that we went to the zoo during a weekday. And we were able to do that without me having to worry about getting permission to do that. It was just, hey, we're going to be up that way. Let's go hit up the zoo. And that's what we did. Went to, the grill pit or char pit, whatever. Got a hamburger, not the healthiest choice, but whatever. We had a good time, and a milkshake. We lived. We had fun, and we did it stress-free because we didn't have to worry about taking time off or anything like that. So the point of sharing that is, these moments in our lives that we get to enjoy a lot of now would not have been possible if it wasn't for us just making the decision to go after what we wanted to go for. Okay, so that's what I'm telling you. No matter what it is, a new job, if you're in a job and you feel like you don't belong there and you want something better for your life, don't be afraid to entertain the fact of leaving. Don't work in a job that you're miserable at when you wake up and you feel your heart start to pump fast and your chest get tight because you have anxiety over going to work. Don't do it to yourself. I did that. Don't do it to yourself, okay? Yeah, of course it can be scary. Did we cut ourselves off of a financial stability? Yeah, of course we did. But you know what? We have enough of a drive to push for what we want with our family and our life, to keep going forward and not be sucked back into the comfort blanket. Okay? No time is never gonna be the right time. Make the decision and go from there. You can do it. And guess what? If you fail, there's always something out there. I told Amy, I was like, look, if we get out in this and everything just fails and we're miserable and we financially whatever, I was like, I don't care. I'll do whatever job there is. There's now hiring signs everywhere around here. And that's the one thing I cannot stand is people, people saying things, oh, damn mosquito. If there's jobs everywhere, okay? There's something for you. I will ride on the back of a trash truck. I will flip burgers. I will sell clothes. I will walk up and down the street carrying mail. I don't care. And that's not dissing those jobs. What I'm just saying is I will go out and find a job as long as it provides me a paycheck. I don't care how much, to support my family. So if that's your big holdup because you're scared you're going to fail, then you're probably just going to live a humdrum, boring life. You have to be willing to accept the fact that you're going to go do something and fall on your face. That's the only way to learn. When we learned how to ride a bike, two-wheeler, right? Did we fall over? More than likely we probably did. If you didn't, then hey, cool, it just came natural. But, you know, rollerblading, skating, skiing, walking. How many times we fall over walking? We don't remember that, but our parents do. Ellie falls on her face all the time. She was walking around the park, just do-do-do, on her face. Guess what she did? Got back up, wiped her hands off, went on gone. All right, I think I've gone on enough. Hopefully you guys get something out of this. But the main point is for you. It's not to talk about how, you know, how much fun we have. You know, we love sharing our life because we want you to know that it's possible. And we would love to have you join us if that's something you see you want to have, okay? But ultimately, there's plenty of stuff out there for you guys. Go after it. Don't hold back anymore just because it's scary, all right? Life is scary. The world's scary. And I'm going to take a quick moment of silence for everyone who lost their lives in Orlando. Because it's not about guns. It's not about terrorism. Those are huge issues. What it comes down to is just taking a moment to remember the people who lost their lives. Right? When 9/11 happened, what did we do? We united because of the situation. We came together as people. What's happened now, post is just nothing but gun control this, terrorist this, Islam that, Muslim this. Why don't we take a moment to actually hold each other and support each other as fellow United States citizens, right? So take a moment, say a prayer for them, whatever you do. Hopefully, like I said, you got something out of this. And if not, if you share it with someone if you think it might be for them. Ultimately, I care for each and every one of you. Thank you for joining in. Go after your dreams, guys. Peace.